Africa has some of the most spectacular wildlife and some of the most biologically important real estate on the planet. But unfortunately, it's also facing unprecedented development pressures. In fact, Africa is changing right now probably faster than any continent has ever changed in human history. And one of the main reasons for this is we're seeing a tsunami of new kinds of development pressures, mainly as a result of about 53,000 kilometers of new development corridors. And these are going to be roads, railroads, power lines, gas lines that are going to be crisscrossing the African continent, in many cases opening up sparsely populated, wild areas to new kinds of human development pressures. We evaluated the impacts of these different development corridors, 33 of them in total, to try to ask what would be the costs and the benefits of these kinds of new projects. And we found huge variation in the different projects. Some of the projects look like they'll be able to produce a lot of additional food production for a very rapidly growing African country. They look like they'll have very sizable benefits and only modest environmental costs. But some of the other corridors, unfortunately, especially the ones that are going to penetrate into rainforests and into the equatorial regions and the savanna regions near the equator of Africa, areas that are incredibly diverse biologically, these corridors are looking like they could cause a real environmental crisis. They're going to open up areas to massive development pressures, and they're in many cases not likely to yield a lot of increases in agriculture or other kinds of human benefits. So this is the analysis that we've been involved right now, is trying to say what are going to be the environmental costs and what are going to be the social and economic benefits of this unprecedented wave of development pressures that's happening right now on the African continent. Africa's population is exploding. It's going to increase by about 400% this century. There's a massive need to feed more people, to produce more food. We're trying to get out in front of these problems to produce more agricultural resources and limit the environmental damage so Africa can have a more secure and happy population for one of the most environmentally important places on the planet.